All they do is hit each other online. They're the funniest people in America.
They hit each other?
Heat.
You're supposed to be sitting in the middle.
Damn.
Yes, ma'am.
Damn.
Because you said that last time. You said, I'm going to be sitting in the middle. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah, because I got two light baddies beside me.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I be. But you can't do it on TikTok.
Oh, irritating.
Do it on TikTok.
Okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome.
Why did you say it like that?
Dancing on the moon.
And 3, 2, I always been doing this. Hello guys, and welcome to 3 Brown Women, where we discuss the real,
The what and the why of the everyday life of a woman.
Yes.
period.
Yes. I'm super excited about this episode because we have 4 slices of pie.
Pie. In general. Okay, so yeah. So
Yeah, y'all.
fall foods. Just to recap, if you guys didn't see the last episode, we were talking about fall foods, pie in particular, and me and Reese love pumpkin pie. Well, pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie. We
I
say
like both.
it's not right. It's not that much of a big difference between the taste.
Right.
But I think that you know, people say, well, I'm not gonna say everybody because I know some people have actually
lot of
tried it.
people
But
in
if you
our
have
culture.
not really tried pumpkin pie, you really don't know, or anything, you really don't know if you like it.
Now,
So,
I
we
know
have-
y'all seen the movies
Mhm.
where they be the black soul food families, and somebody come be like, I bought pumpkin pie, and the whole house freeze.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think you've ever had pumpkin pie.
It's a
You've never had
stereotype.
it.
Because
Is that the
grannies
right word?
banned it from the house years ago for
No,
a
no.
reason.
And we got the same grandma. So.
Okay.
Okay, y'all.
Stereotype.
I'm scared. It is a stereotype, and I was living. I
Yeah,
was
so
living
let's
for it.
break it.
You ready? Okay. So
Right now, wait, we're opening it.
I mean, we're starting with this.
Okay.
This is it. Okay. We're not gonna tell you what's what.
So, y'all, if y'all want to know what dick down means, 2 things for sure. I don't be eating stuff.
I'm trying to
a lot
make
of
these little
stuff.
fancy treats.
Wait. No.
Are you ready?
No.
I said
Oh, she said no blindfolds. Oh,
Yeah, we gotta
but it's okay.
Oh my god. This scarf.
Take one for the
Let me
team.
get this.
From Marshalls.
Oh, sorry, I can't
Is
see.
that good enough?
Yeah, I can't see. Oh,
Okay.
you did not.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so scared. Lord Jesus, save me. Let me
Wait,
say a
hold on.
prayer.
Who's gonna feed her?
I feed her.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna get fed.
I mean, you have blindfolds, but we're not. This is not.
Okay, first of all, whoever's doing the feed,
I'm
I'm not gonna do it
Sharice.
like I promise.
Okay, like
I promise.
like I need a pinch.
I promise. They're not even supposed to
Okay,
come
I'm gonna open it next to my
Oh.
sister. That way she can,
Exit
like,
out.
you
No,
know.
it's okay.
Could we? So give her a
Seems like
taste
something
test back to
serious.
back so that
Okay.
she does.
I'm only tasting 2 things, right?
No, 4.
4.
Yes.
No,
No,
wait,
2.
it's 2. I only gotta decide between the 2.
I bought a treat for you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, y'all don't do this to me. It's about 5 of them.
Are
What?
you ready or not? Okay, ready?
Stay
One.
ready so you don't.
All
Two.
right. It's coming. It's
Wait. Wait.
Do the airplane.
I had to do my whole life. I had to get ready.
Ready?
Ooh, Salone touching
Come
me.
on, Chrissy. Okay. How you know that was me?
I don't know.
in 3. Okay, so when I say 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna
I'm
activate the
getting hot.
airplane, and I'm gonna tell you when it's coming close. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It looks like baby food.
So where you say
It tastes so good.
that?
I'm sorry.
Salone, where you do that? It's good. But you said baby food's
No,
not good.
but it's not though.
Yeah,
it's not. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna.
That's
We're not
one.
gonna do that. So here's
Wait, y'all, let me cleanse my palate.
Okay.
water, please.
Water. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
Ready?
somebody. Water.
Oh.
Okay.
Gotcha, ma'am.
Okay. 3.
Lord Jesus,
2,
please take the
1.
wheel.
This one is
Airplane.
good.
Open it up. Open it up. Open.
Alright. That was a big piece.
It was nice. Now, can you tell the difference?
Hold on, wait. What's your consistency? Wait.
So this is what I mean.
This is what I'm saying.
I sure can.
And she.
It's not bad. The pumpkin not bad, but this was just pumpkin, I could say.
Well, we don't know. Let's reveal
Let's
it.
just try it.
Let's reveal it.
Should she do it again or no?
No, what? She's such
You can take the blindfold off,
Okay.
and then we can take these.
Now let's look. Let's see if you can look to see what's the difference.
Yeah.
So let's talk about obvious differences here.
Right.
Can you see?
I mean, definitely.
The crust looks
Yeah.
lighter.
Yeah.
And then the consistency of this one looks more like
Yeah.
one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the right word. That one's lighter. I think that's the pumpkin.
You think this is pumpkin?
Because that's lighter. Usually sweet potato is darker.
All right. What is it?
Y'all gotta taste it.
I got it.
Well,
Oh, do you know that? Do you know which is which already?
I can look and tell.
Oh.
so we definitely. Yeah, all right. This one is the pumpkin.
I got it
Here's the
right?
lighter one. Yes.
But
But she just said that she
Yes.
was like it.
But it
doesn't
wasn't
taste
bad.
bad.
Okay, so let me be fair.
So it's good.
It was good. It's very similar to sweet potato pie.
Okay.
It's not as sweet, I must say. But it's good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
It's not.
That was
sweet,
my very first time trying pumpkin pie.
It's not a sweet pumpkin pie because it's actually no sugar added,
And it tastes like it was a little sugar
and it's
added.
delicious.
you bought it
It's
like
not
no
bad.
sugar?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
That was pretty good.
Yours.
She's talking about
And since we're all trying to get ourselves together,
Okay,
that was fun. Okay, we should do that again. You guys are expanding my palate.
Yes. Oh, we should. Y'all, this should be a thing to where like
I should have said
every
that.
either every session or every other session.
Yeah, let's
we
talk
have-
about-
let's say eats.
basically breaking
Oh,
breaking
yeah.
stereotypes. Because you are the pickier.
You just
You're
said
the
my
pickier
name.
eater.
Cause she said
She's
I'm
the pickier eater.
such a
She's the pickier eater. She's the pickier
Yeah,
eater.
for
I would
sure.
try something.
Y'all saw me gagging
I
over
would try a lot of
consistency.
things. And you eat a variety of foods.
Yeah, she
too.
do. She likes avocados and stuff.
I love avocados too.
Weirdos.
Who don't like
Weirdos.
avocados? See, okay. Next episode.
I'm not now. I tried those. I tried those now. And I really can't
Next
eat those.
episode.
Look,
Wait, what have you tried avocado
Right.
with? Yeah, you can eat that
I've
too.
tried it.
So you
With
don't like
guacamole? No. Somebody was like, "You just ain't had the right guac." I was like, "I've had about 100 guac."
I mean, there's so many people make guac, but everybody don't make
I really like
like
this guy.
the greatest guac. Like I think sometimes additives make a big difference, but I've never made guac before. Honestly, I just
I have.
always get it by it.
Yeah, you can make the
Do you
guac.
add stuff
Homemade
to it?
guac.
Like she adds something to it.
Yeah.
That word just.
Okay.
This is really good.
So next episode, Reese is gonna show us how to make guac.
Oh
I've never made it before.
yeah, that would be cool.
I'm not the only person in the house that'll eat it. I have one more person who eats like me finally.
cool.
Not at all. He's
Your husband.
super picky. No,
That's
no,
all right.
no.
Trinity.
We don't eat a Dominic.
I was just trying to go through all the
She like.
He eats guac.
Okay.
He eats tuna. Like he eats the things that I eat,
Mm-hmm.
and Trent eats just like Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing. Like give me a chicken sandwich, plain. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they
That's so
eat.
whack.
And I'm like, can you give me a chicken sandwich with like mayo lettuce, blah 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 blah. Like I need everything
Cheese.
on my food. Cheese. Why do people think it's weird to eat cheese on your chicken
I
sandwich?
don't know. I think that's strange not to.
Cheese
on your chicken
is-
sandwich.
Yeah,
Death to all sandwiches.
It's not.
Thank you.
But
I love cheese.
this is a little off topic.
I eat cheese balls. Is that weird?
I wanted to show.
No, that's all day.
So I wanted to show you all this. I didn't even show y'all this. So,
emotional self-care.
Emotional self-care for Black women. So this is a workbook that my therapist suggested, and I love
I
it.
like that.
Now, so it's empty, it's blank, but the reason why it's blank is because instead of writing in it, like I scan a page and then I use my iPad to write.
Okay.
Because I don't want to like keep buying the book over and over again.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool because they have like different journal prompts that you can write about. Just to like, kind of transfer your feelings and thoughts on
Yeah.
paper. So this is amazing. I got it from Amazon for like $9.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So you all check that out.
Probably gonna get it today.
Yeah, okay,
That's really cool. Exciting.
That was it.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
I love me a good self-care.
I mean, self-care is like
Self-care
very, very
moments.
important.
It is.
Right?
I dedicate like whole days to it sometimes. I'm like, what you do yesterday? Self-care day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I just made that a thing recently, like this past year. It's like, it's okay to not do nothing and take care of yourself. Maybe run you a nice bubble bath with the little bath bombs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like your candles. And then I blast music.
See,
and then I
I wish
have my
you would have
impromptu
did the
dances.
little self-care TikTok. That was seriously
I know.
What was
trending.
the
Like
self-care success?
it's so TikTok had a self-care hashtag trend like a couple of weeks ago, and everybody was sharing like their self-care
Oh, I missed that
tips,
whole
like
week.
whatever they do for like self-care. and
It's never too late.
I mean, in TikTok, it's never too late. Is it still trending? Maybe not, but we could probably make it trending.
Well,
again.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll bring it back.
Yep. So
So I'm gonna ask you this question first. So you said as of last year, that's when you really started to focus on self-care. Was there like something that happened that made you like want to focus on self-care, or is it just like you feeling exhausted and
Humans. No, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
kidding. No, yeah. So
Some
just
people.
like dealing with human beings
yeah.
and realizing like enough is enough when it comes to like doing
Mm-hmm.
things at the expense of yourself for others
Okay.
all the time, or feeling like for me it wasn't even like doing stuff all the time because I love doing stuff with people I care about, but it really boils down to like me having anxiety if I can't do something for somebody, or like feeling like I can't say no to anything, or feeling like if somebody say, hey, let's do this, and if I may not feel like it, then I have to make up something like, oh, maybe, and now I still may do that from time to time, but I say no a lot more now, though.
Okay.
Like, for sure. Like, sometimes I
No
do it
is
from
a
time to
healthy
time.
word.
It's such a healthy word, but like, sometimes I find myself slipping back into it because I was like, dang, I haven't done anything. I shouldn't say no to this, or I shouldn't, you know. But then it's like, well, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. Like,
do you feel that you slip back in that for like a certain person or a group of people, or is it just with anybody?
it's anybody. It's just my mood.
You know
Okay.
what? I
Yeah,
just thought
depending
about
on where my
this,
mood
which
is.
is so weird because like now that we're adults, we realize that no is like such a healthy word.
Yeah.
But when you're a little kid, like we're trained to be like, don't say no,
Yes.
don't say no.
Yes.
And I
that's
feel
true.
like our first mentalities
thought about it
are
like
probably like when we're little,
Mm-hmm.
we're the most honest, we're the
Yeah.
realest. So a lot of things that we probably were like no to are things that we really didn't want to do or whatever. And then we get taught like, no, you don't say no, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then we get older and then we just are like, yes.
That's
Until we learn how to say no again and realize that we are like at our best comfort with saying no.
It's okay to say
That's just very weird.
I never really thought about it like
No,
that.
I literally didn't until
either,
like
just
just
now.
now.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, like it's healthy to say
like,
no.
who you saying no to? Like your parents saying
Right,
no.
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I really didn't want to do this.
didn't
So you
wanna
know what I'm
do
saying?
it.
So that's why I said no. But it's supposed to be bad. You know what I'm saying? But then when you get older, you like have to retrain yourself. Like you sit there, and it's funny because like you just said it, like you felt bad that you couldn't do things for people. They couldn't do it for themselves. Because why would they be asking you to do it?
Yeah.
Right.
So what do you feel bad for?
I
That's
know,
their problem.
right?
It's like we were taught to take on other people's problems.
true.
And it's just
Yeah.
not healthy.
And like your yes is a no to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
that's
like
true.
Yeah.
an
That's a
inverted
good one.
no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like that a lot.
Huh. So I guess we just have to really be cautious with, you know, the things we chastise children about when they say no. Sometimes they have a right to say no.
This is true.
I think when I
This
was
is true.
younger, I got to exercise saying no sometimes. My mom allowed me to exercise saying no. And so when you were saying that, I was thinking like, it's kind of half and half. I think for me, like, I was a kid. I got away with saying no to things that I didn't want to eat. So a lot of kids, people get forced to eat certain things. I know I told y'all the story, but like I was the kid. Like if I said no, my mom would be like, "She said no, don't give it to her." You know what I'm saying? Like because my mom knew and understood that about me. Like when it comes to her food, if she don't like it, I'd rather deal with her just saying no and not eating it versus like dealing with the big repercussions and the aftermath, right? So I was able to exercise that to an extent, but I think with me being very sensitive as a child and stuff, I just, and like I said, I'm finding that as I've gotten older, I'm an empath, so I pick up on a lot of stuff from people. So I used to always freaking worry about making somebody sad, or hurting somebody's feelings, or making somebody mad, or I was like one of those like tiptoes, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like sorry was like part of my vocabulary. I'm sorry, even for strangers, and I'm just walking past, excuse me, sorry, and I had to like, I realized that, and I still do it now, and I realize it, but I try to stop myself when I find that I'm saying sorry too much, because that's another word that they say women have a really bad habit of saying, and they always feel like that they have to like say sorry. What are you sorry for? Like, don't be sorry for wanting to walk past somebody, or be sorry for being a woman. Like certain stuff is like we shouldn't have to apologize for, but it's such a second nature of women to just, especially in the office and things like that. Oh, when they walking into the boss, hey, sorry to bother you. Like, hey, sorry. When like no, when a man walking into the office, they not saying, hey, sorry. They're like, what up, boss man? And walking in the office. So it's like I started to realize that, especially working in the corporate world and seeing a lot of Caucasian men dominate. Men, period. I'm not even gonna say Caucasian. It's men, period, in my industry that dominated. So it's like I had to kind of carry myself differently, because I was on a team, the only black woman at that, on a team of all men. So it's like I had to learn I was quiet a lot more. It allowed me to be more observant. I didn't try to fit into conversations and force conversations just to try to fit in. So I wasn't trying to figure out what sports team they were talking about just to get in the group. But when I did have opportunity to get in, that's when I took advantage of it. And I never was apologetic for anything that I did. It was like, nope, this is what I'm doing. So I followed suit with that. I learned that best from the corporate world, though. But it's an everyday thing, personally. Like women always apologizing for something. Always.
There's nothing to apologize
for.
You can't get it done, you can't get it done.
Strong black women apologize for being strong black women. Oh, you bitter, you evil, you this. No, they're not. They're just, I'm sorry, I can't say anything. I gotta, or it's just gonna come off. Like, no. But that's a whole can of worms. We could talk about that for about 10 hours of all the different little variables it is, not just for black women, but for women, period, that we have to deal with and kind of just bite our tongue and push through, be strong, as they say.
But what is strong? I think like we always define strong, like not always, but a lot of times we define strong incorrectly. You're stronger when you can admit like, oh, I don't know how to do something, or I have to figure this out, versus like yes.
Or I can take on the world. Like no, that doesn't mean you're strong.
That's what I was about to say. That I feel like in so many instances, people relate like strength to dominance, and that's not always the case. You know, sometimes your strength lies in not being the one that, you know, has to say something about everything, or has to speak on everything, or have to be, you know, like combative about everything. Like,
learning when to be quiet. Learning when to be quiet. Great strength of the Lord.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm trying to master that. I'm a lot better. I used to be a little, I wouldn't say firecracker, but I'm like, I gotta say something. I gotta say something. Like, and say something, and then turn into like, bro, you did not have to do that. Like, and then it could put you in a lot of dangerous situations. I had to learn, like, you just gotta learn how to shut your damn mouth, because it's not all the time. You can speak up for yourself. Nobody's saying get walked over and all that other stuff, but some stuff it's not worth it, you know, and it causes more damage than, you know, especially if you still plan on having a relationship with an individual after you've said some crazy things, whether it be a mom, boyfriend, a sister, whatever. That damage afterwards that you have to repair is like so not worth it over you just being a hothead for a second and saying some crazy stuff, and you being like, oh, like I've been in situations where I've said something out of anger and I see the words coming out my mouth and I'm trying to catch them and I can't, and I'm like, already no, I know. And I'm like, oh, and now instantly my heart is heavy, because now I'm like, I gotta apologize. Oh my God, what do they think of me?
Exactly. Then it's like when you apologize, like that doesn't like eradicate the memory of what you said, and there's nothing
you feel like it's that wound is still there. Like, oh man, it sucks. You know. So I'm learning, just be more intentional with your ears. keep that mouth closed.
Yeah.
So you're learning to say no to yourself too.
Hell yeah.
Would you say that you like had to deal with that, or have that ever been an issue with you, or not really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
when I was growing up, I was that middle child who had to help everybody with everything. So it's like, you don't understand this homework assignment, so let me try to help you. Okay.
You wasn't crying?
Hell no. No.
You know
Look, no.
crying.
No. Period.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
But it was tragic. Anybody, if you can relate to me being the middle child, let me
They
know.
say the middle
'Cause that
child
is
gets
so-
like. They say the middle child be getting neglected. Is that true? Like, it
I
kind
mean,
of
I feel like the middle, like you have your own, you grow up with a different type of responsibility. Like they say, like the older child, like the oldest child is usually the one that's like, oh, I'm gonna watch them and blah blah blah, and then it's you, and then it's the younger child who still needs help. So by the time the older child is like ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like most parents understand, oh, this is my first child, they're independent. They need their own space other than when I have to, leave the kids or something like that, and they gotta watch them. So then you get left with the rest of the task.
Right.
And it can be a lot. And then it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's not really, I don't want to call it neglected, because I feel like being a middle child, I learned a lot because I was like independent. Like I had to be more independent because I had to be able to support the older child, and then I also had to be able to support the younger child. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of like thrown into that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think it's like neglect. But I think like most parents don't actually try to, like, they don't actually sit back and say, okay, this child needs their independence too, other than supporting your older sibling and supporting your younger sibling,
Should we pause?
No.
we
You want to sit? Okay.
Okay.
We have the star of the show here today.
Oh yes. So you all should have seen my daughter. She was knocked out. So we like pushed her to the corner of the room. So
But yes.
So yeah.
So it wasn't like neglect or anything. You just felt like you had more responsibility.
I think I came out as the better child.
Period.
you know what? So you're the middle, and we both are the oldest. But me and my brother, we only have a difference of 2 years. You and Tay have a difference of what, 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference there as well.
Yeah, I feel like I have a child.
It's like
But not in a negative way. It's like I'm like a mom to her because she was such a big
So
gap.
much, yeah.
And then I neglected her a lot of her younger years, so because I was a teenager and I was living life.
Oh, because you were like 14 when she was 7.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know, like bye, like leaving her every day. So then once I got older and I started taking on more responsibility because I wanted to work on our relationship. Because if you let that 7-year gap is nothing to mess with. Like it was up to me for us to get close with that 7-year gap. Now with you guys, if you guys only have a 2-year gap, y'all probably was close out the womb.
Right, yeah, that's just
sure.
like me and my brother.
For sure.
We're like a year and a half apart.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a big struggle for you and your brother?
No, I don't think so. I think that we've always been fairly close. I feel like as we got older and, he had his child and then I have my children, I feel like at this point now we're kind of like not spending as much time together, not talking as much, but it's because of the family, and the responsibilities that come with that, nothing between the two of us.
Yeah. Life happens. That's one thing. That's another whole topic too.
Right. Yeah, because it's so weird. Like when you grow up in the house with like your siblings, and then like you get grown, and then you have your own place, and then like y'all not really together like that all the time, and it just like when you really sit back and think of it, you'd be like, who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? I'm here and they'd be there. Like,
People you thought would be your friends to the end of time. Like, isn't that crazy? I mean, you've had friends. I know you've had friends, and you'd be like, you got some good memories with, like, for sure. Like, we spent a nice chunk of our life together, and now it's like, no bad blood at all. It's just life happens. I think that's like a really good topic for another episode, though, that we could really dissect, because when we say life happens, that can go so many different directions. My trajectory is definitely different from yours and yours, right? Like, they are married women with children. I am a single woman with a Shih Tzu. But that doesn't mean that it's less than the other. It's just that I'm busy in my own right. My responsibilities are a whole different ballgame. And yeah, my responsibilities might not be things that you could potentially do or you could potentially do because of your responsibilities in your lifestyle. But again, I couldn't potentially do your stuff right now because I don't think I'd be ready for this.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Like they say, it's a full-time job being married and having children. Like being married by itself, stop. Full-time job.
Right.
Kids, more than one, stop.
Yeah.
Multiple jobs. So I'm sitting here crying over a dog. I just was crying yesterday. Oh my God. What? My dog was something up.
What's wrong with her?
My runner for my first pop-up shop on Sunday.
She messed it up.
Cause she's on her lady time, and my dumb butt left it on the couch and left the house, and I forget that she likes to hop up on the couch when I'm gone, and I had like little specks of blood. But luckily, I was able to.
You can do peroxide too.
Oh, okay.
You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna do that. I have some. I'm gonna do it when I get home. Cause I just use the cold. Cause with cold water usually.
Okay. Yeah, no, do peroxide, and then whatever's left over, like get a Q-tip and dip bleach. Yeah, put bleach on it. You will literally watch it like disappear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But I was crying over
Blush.
See how they fixed that, and I was yesterday. Like, so picture me with a child, y'all. The Lord knows it's coming, but
I feel like I couldn't add a pet to the mix, like a dog.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So when Trent was younger, he's had 2 cats. He's had hamsters too, but it was like as he got a little bit older, then he started like wanting dogs and stuff, and I'm like, I was kind of okay with the cats, but we had them for a minimal amount of time, and after they were gone, I was like, I'm not doing this again, because the responsibility of changing cat litter, and like one of our cats we called her White Socks in the beginning, and then we changed her name to Schizo because that broad was crazy.
She used to spaz out for no reason.
Yo, the things that cats do when they want your attention are
crazy.
Obscene.
They will walk up to you and smack you in the face.
Yeah, they will. They will. I like them, but I have to have patience, and I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But
you know what? They say people who aren't really tolerable of pets like that should get a cat, because they say cats take care of. They clean themselves. They go to the litter. And now they have the self-cleaning litter boxes. Like versus a dog. Dogs are like dogs are literally like my dog walks up to me and jumps up for me to pick her up like a real kid, and I'm like,
and that's why I was like, y'all can't have no dog in this house.
My cat was very low maintenance. Remember?
Right? Yeah, she stayed out the way. Real chill. Like when you want to be bothered.
I mean, we had one that was like that, but the other one, child. She made me never want to. You know, like, well, I want to say, like, some people had that one horrible kid. They were like, I'll never have a kid before. She was that one horrible cat, and I was like, I'll never have a cat again. Never. Period.
I think you didn't want to get another cat because you were sad, so super sad.
Well, and then I also couldn't get another cat. Let me get one.
Well, I mean, like, as an adult. Like, do you think you never thought about getting a cat?
I don't know. Well, I can't get
They got animals now.
Because Joe's like very allergic to cats.
Oh, okay.
Like, extremely
even like the short-haired, like
he doesn't want to like give it a chance because he's so allergic.
Like, I don't even want to try it.
He is.
No, because that's miserable. I saw how you reacted to my dog that time.
Yeah, people's allergic reactions to animals can be different.
Yeah, it looks so miserable. Her eye, like instantly, her eyes after being like in my house for 5 minutes, her eyes are puffy, red, dripping. I was like, "Are you sure?" She was, I'm fine. And tears just coming down her face. And I was like, I'm so sorry. You gotta do something. You gotta be able to come to my house. Like, well, we fixed that. I make sure I have Claritin in the stash.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Claritin on deck.
That Zyrtec, oh my God.
That works.
Somebody. That stuff makes me feel so high.
Oh,
like it does. It makes you feel high, but it really like you take it and then like
you got this. Use this.
No, I took that pill. Like somebody gave it to me. And it was Zyrtec. It wasn't anything else, y'all.
That's about us.
I I saw the package.
I
But that was
swear.
the one and only time I took Zyrtec. I was like floating. Kind of a good
I
thing.
might need to
Yeah,
try
that's a
some
good
Zyrtec.
thing.
Something about for no
I need to
reason.
try some Zyrtec.
For no reason.
Yeah.
So I guess I was the only one that like smashed.
No, I was one too, but.
Y'all, we can't forget to talk about that football player though.
Oh yeah. The trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach-
I didn't want to be the one to bring
What
it
is
up.
it? Zach Stacy?
Yeah, Zach Stacy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Talk about self
Look,
care.
all the heavy breathing before we even get started.
Talk about self care. Talk about saying no.
And
I mean,
women.
Zach Stacy, like this week has been like the craziest relationships.
Dababy.
Camila Cabello and she broke up with her boyfriend. Camila Cabello, the singer. Okay, I'll have to drop.
Sorry, we didn't do our research.
They don't
on
know
it.
who
I'm
Camila
sorry,
Cabello
y'all.
is. She
Camilla,
was
I bet.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! If you watch, Camilla, if you watching this, hard
She was part of the singing group Fifth Harmony.
Okay, I know them because that's where Normandy came from.
So her
You know
and her
Normani.
boyfriend Normani.
Okay.
Hashtag girl version.
Look, girl version Normani. I'm sorry, girl. You know I love you.
They broke up. Then you had a whole situation with Dababy and Danileigh.
Danileigh.
Is it?
I had to get her back.
It's not. Is it? It's not Danileigh. Is
It's
it
Glad.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to get you back. Well, how did that happen so quick though, back to back?
Okay, I like
Don't.
it.
Okay, what's the other one? This the other one.
The
Stevie.
Baby.
Nope. Stevie J.
Oh,
and
Stevie
Faith
J
Evans.
and Faith
Now,
Evans broke up.
that took me back. I said, dang. What?
Yeah.
But why did it take you back though? Like
Because I just didn't think that he would put Faith Evans on camera. Did you see the video? On the
no.
live? She was in the. You didn't
We're
see
gonna
it?
drop the video in here.
Girl,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna just give y'all a little
here.
quick
So we're
synopsis.
gonna drop all these ratchet
Drop 'em
videos.
all real quick.
I'm telling you right now, y'all.
She's
girls,
in the hospital.
y'all
She's in the
doing?
hotel room. It looks like a hotel room, and she's like in the bed trying to like go to bed or whatever. And Stevie J's like got her on live, walking in there like he like I never did nothing wrong to you. She like I hate you, leave me the f alone. Like would you get out? Leave me alone. He like you hate me, you hate me. You the one that was effing other men in our house in our bed. He's like remember that you effing other men. He putting the camera in her face. She's like leave me alone. At first she wasn't saying anything. He like remember that? You don't have nothing to say. She was like nope. Laying in the bed like. And then he was just like, he went to touch her or something. She's like, stop touching me, leave me. She's like, this is why I don't want to deal with you, because you do too much. She's like, this is why I hate, like, he was like, F you too there, F you. She's like, F you, I hate you. Like, really?
But why does
Online.
Stevie J always like kind of like out there anyway with all these girls?
That's why I didn't understand that whole dynamic of him.
when you
That was
meet
weird
your
to me.
competition, what is that like?
Right. Because she played him at his own game.
Yeah.
Because, usually it's the woman
like
saying that to
that.
him,
Right.
crying over him. He over there talking about, all I've been was good to you, girl. You got a couple videos to watch.
Married a year.
Did they
I think it's been about like a year and a half.
Okay.
Okay, because they've
It
been
hasn't
super
been
low
long.
key, so I'm like, oh,
Because they've
really?
been friends for like a very, 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 very long
I'm
time.
sure they was
But that's jacked up because
dude. Like you not. he swore by her. He got her name tatted, everything. He swore by Faith. Which Faith, point for the women. She get the good one. What's it called?
karma is real.
What they call it?
Karma
Point for
is
the
real.
city girls. Look, point for the city girls. Thank you, Faith.
Karma is real.
Because
Karma
Stevie is
real.
usually out here messy as ever. I never forgive him. I don't care about Jocelyn. I never forgive how he did Mimi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mimi ain't
I
deserve
forgot
that.
about that.
Mimi did not deserve that.
I like Jocelyn.
I like Jocelyn, but I feel
Jocelyn
like she
too.
bounced back. She don't. That wasn't a big loss to her.
Yeah.
Mimi, I felt like that was her life was him, and then he like get you made with Jocelyn.
That's just
I
crazy.
made. I'm like,
I just
dang.
think like these people out here doing this like the whole shit like I literally did. We posted a video like Dababy and Danileigh.
What y'all think about
The
that?
good portion part of their so-called non-relationship according to him
But
versus
real
now,
relationship.
because he literally was like kissing all up on her. I love you.
They had like,
but
they
then you
came
say
out
that
with
y'all not
2
in a
songs together.
relationship. So here's my thing. If you're not in a relationship, why are you saying I love you? I love her. Like, don't say that. Just be cool.
But
You
then
don't have
that's a
to put
whole
this stuff
another
on.
topic,
Like-
ladies and gentlemen.
that is.
Topic B, though.
Them 3-letter words way
because
too
men
soon for
say
what?
and do
Like,
anything.
what's the purpose?
Yeah.
Men say and do anything as long as it's convenient for them, and then when it's not convenient no more, and they tired or whatever the situation is, then it's. But y'all not gonna forget. I think she jacked her own self up, and here's why.
I know.
I got the whole synopsis. Because here's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
She knew what it was from the jump. Let's start there. She was clowning and cartwheeling and laughing and making music videos with him all in his baby mama face. When she thought she had him. And let's not forget that song she came out with, guys. Yellow bonus, what he want when he finally kind of stopped making a decision and being with her. So I felt like that's what you get for being cocky. That's what you think for thinking, oh, you're so much better than the next woman, because it's never that, sweetie. And that's what I want women to understand. Just because a man decides that, okay, this is where I want to be, that doesn't mean that you're better than the last woman. It's like
you're literally who he's going to
do it. Like
drop the trauma.
Literally, like if he's a damaged individual, which they usually are when they're bouncing from woman to woman like that, and bouncing back and forth to the same woman. Like let's forget now. His
She gave
baby
her
mama
privilege that she didn't have.
But here's the kicker: the baby mama is just as crazy. Think about it, because she's okay with the mental.
I saw that one interview where she was like, I mean, what's our relationship? I mean, we're not together, but he always ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah,
like,
when they asked her about Danny, she was like, oh, he does that all the time. He'll be back.
Yeah.
You remember? She was like,
But
it's like, why would you accept that type of behavior from a man? That's
and for her, why would you accept that? But for the next girl that you trying to be with him, why would you even want to be in a relationship with somebody who
I would not
is playing games with somebody else's mind?
So doesn't he have 2 other baby mamas though? Like, do we not hear from them at all? Or?
I don't know. All I see
all
the time is with the kids by the high school sweetheart, and now this baby. But I think he's acknowledged like one other child, but I don't know. He don't really talk about it. But and on another thing too with the baby mama. Why do they look alike and act alike?
They definitely look and
Can we
act
can we
100%.
First of all, if I was on the outside and I had a chance with the baby, like let's just say he wasn't a celebrity, and I saw how they were, I'd be like, oh no, I don't want no part in that circus. They so
good. But you know what though? But also, here's my thing.
You could tell they grew up together or something.
Do you think, because I know y'all saw the pictures that they were posting Danileigh with her hair done and everything like that, and then how she looked on that video.
Yeah, they bogus.
Yeah, but is she okay? So here's my thing. Like, I don't know no girl who walk up around the house or anywhere all day with makeup on.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if he's the baby and people are like, well, if I met you this way, then this is how I want you all the time. You can't wear makeup on your face all the time. Yeah. You're not gonna have your hair done.
She clearly had his clothes on.
I mean, she was
okay.
She had his clothes on, but I can imagine that. First of all, Danileigh, she always wore big shirts anyway.
Yeah, that was her style.
So it was not
like / tomboyish.
Yeah, she always dressed tomboyish.
She did.
So what's the surprise? The only thing that I saw was she had her hair in a ponytail. She didn't have no makeup on. Okay, she had
like
on a white beater, but she looked like a normal girl. And I feel like some people was just like knocking it, like.
Because they were trying to push that narrative that she was crazy. They were trying to push the crazy. She now went crazy on the baby, get her out the house. And so in order to push that narrative, then they like, look how she was looking. Like
a girl. Like a normal girl.
So how do you all feel about him calling the police?
I kind of agree.
I do too.
I can't.
I feel like something had to happen in order to like,
I mean, if you're asking a man's asking a woman to leave my home and she's not doing it to prevent, and then I can tell she might have gotten hostile. I can see it because she looked like she got the fire in her.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, she got charged with simple assault, so I guess she must have threw something at him or something. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if he see that she's putting up a fight, hold up. And I kind of liked his demeanor with that. Like, well, as soon as 911, come get her. He ain't never scared of nobody. It was never a situation of he's scared. He's like, I don't want to be in a situation where you're going to say, I tried to put my hands on you, or I tried to harm you when I'm just trying to push you out my door, but you falling all over, you hurt me now. You know how girls be like, you be doing this. They're like,
Yeah.
falling out.
Yeah.
Some women, not all. I'm
Yeah.
not making excuses.
No, I know.
As we saw today, it's
Yeah.
not everyone's.
Yeah, that whole situation with Zach Stacey.
Yeah. That wasn't that
It
that
hurt.
story.
And
That
that's
hurt.
just
It
so
hurt to
hard
watch the
to
video.
It took me a minute to
even
even watch the video.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
watch it just for educational purposes to see like exactly what he did, but
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you could just throw somebody into a TV,
yeah.
that's crazy. And he confirmed crazy by like not even throwing her in the TV, but then talking about how she was trying to mess with the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and then he called her bitch. Like
Yeah.
that's what killed me.
And then, like,
But
when he
then-
walked out, told his baby, "Love you," and then walked out.
5-month-old baby.
And she was
started
crying.
Yeah.
He was
because-
crying.
And so I did read a little bit. So she did say though that he's been like abusing her while she, since she was
Oh,
pregnant.
I believe it.
So I did read
that. That didn't look fresh. That didn't
Yeah.
look like,
Oh,
oh,
it
he just
definitely
snapped.
No,
that
he
looked like he
doing
like,
that.
again today. Like,
Mhm.
dang.
Yeah.
I mean, he was punching her.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not to say that a slap is less, but I mean, that means you really gotta not care. You just
Repeatedly.
angry.
too.
You're taking out every bit
I
of
mean,
anger on
and
her.
it wasn't even
That
just
has
the
nothing to
punches.
do
Like
with
you picking her up and
throwing her. She's
in
saying,
there.
please, like,
Yeah.
stop. Like, she's, like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's making me. Domestic violence is nothing to joke about. It's nothing to play about. It's very, very serious, and I'm just thankful that she did get that video out. I'm hoping that's how that came out.
It
It had to be because I know he
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy she got to the point where she finally did because that's probably not the first videotape.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And so she's probably at that point where she's like, enough is enough. And
Right.
women get to that point, but at least his football career was already over. So
So I need to look that up too because he's only 30.
it sounds like he got a lot
So-
going on. You said he had a what type of car?
Oh, a kid. I
And
think
he's an ex-football player?
Yeah.
Yeah, something might be going on behind the scenes with him where he
Yeah.
might not be too happy with life. You know how I don't know all men, but some men when they don't feel adequate in some departments or feel like things aren't going the way they should.
That's true. Yeah.
Ooh, Lord, keep them men away from me.
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've learned like to just stop. I mean, I'm married now, but
Yeah.
even before being married, like the whole idea about like being with somebody through their traumas and struggles or
You
whatnot.
thought you were supposed to.
You thought that just what you're supposed
No,
to
and
be.
they
You're
need to
supposed
really
be
go get
work
help
through it.
themselves. And that goes back to saying no.
Yeah.
I can't help you.
Setting
I
your
cannot
boundaries.
say
yes to him and saying no to
Right.
yourself.
Yeah, I did that a lot of years with different people. Nobody in particular, but it just happens. And then you look up and you be feeling drained. Like, wait a minute.
Right.
And I don't have nothing to show for all this drainage. So, yeah, that's when you got to kind of go back to the drawing board and kind of, again, we talked about this setting boundaries for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned a long time ago. Like, I don't want to be nobody. Well, for them. Let me see. Let me be careful how I say this.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Be careful.
I do not have to be somebody's ride or die.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me
True.
be
Yeah,
careful.
that's
Like, I don't
the-
have to be.
Please
You're
bring
right.
that up
Right,
for real. Because that right
Yeah.
in that statement, I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
What that,
What?
she had called me one day. Somebody I was talking to had made a status or something where it was like,
Oh,
what did
it's
he say?
yeah.
She called me like, do not
If
talk to
you
him.
won't,
Don't talk to him.
Yeah.
if you won't catch a charge or something like that.
Yeah,
But will you take a charge?
Yeah, are you a
Like,
true
bro,
ride or
like,
die
are
when
you
you take a
serious?
charge from me or something?
I call her so
She
quick.
called me so first she screenshot
What
this to
we
my phone
riding
like, look at
to
this.
the jail?
I
Are
was
we both riding to jail? Like that's the end
all
goal?
the people that I know,
I'm
you
not
know
taking
that
no
if
charge
somebody
from
come to me
somebody.
and talk about something, you're going down to
I
the
see,
ground.
that's like,
Unless it's
that
me.
mentality right there is
No.
so ridiculous. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, what
That's
exactly
what
is
I'm
strong?
saying.
People
Yeah.
be talking about, oh, she a strong woman because she stayed by this dude. That was not strength. That was,
locked up for 10
and I'm not gonna
20
sugarcoat.
years.
That's stupidity.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
very
strength.
Or
That's
fear.
stupidity and
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah.
But when you're fearful, you can't think. So it's still stupidity.
That's
I'm not.
people
It's
not
not
living
me.
their
Just,
lives.
I'm not being critical, but
I know what you mean.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
literally,
saying? You
like, you're not
cannot
thinking straight.
think.
Yeah.
It's ignorance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just feel like people need to like break that stigma. Like a female has to embody or bear all of these extra things in order to be defined
Yeah.
as strong, as opposed to her taking her stance and being defined as selfish.
Think about all
or
these
bitter
stories we just
or
talked
whatever.
about. Each one of the women had to be strong in some different type of way. One woman getting beat, another woman getting kicked out with a 3-month-old baby, and she got to act like she just go. You can't say nothing. I kind of understood her in that part when she was in video, like, you gonna make it like I'm crazy, do this, but I'm just standing up for myself. Like, you're not gonna do this. I understood that. I just wish that situation would have looked a little different. Yeah. Because it made her look.
That we as women start listening to our fellow sisters.
That's the part that was like,
start looking at these clear signs when a relationship is not going to be staying.
Y'all know what we got to talk about next time too? Because the baby mom had brought up something about love spell, supposedly the girl. And there's actually there's a song Danileigh made where she's basically saying, I put my love spell on you, blah blah, about him when they first got together. So I kind of I was doing my research on that, and she was just like, spiritual warfare is real. This is what the baby mom was saying, Mimi. She was like, spiritual warfare is real. She's like, I'm not gonna say names.
Right.
She was like, but when you start messing with love spells and trying to get a person to love you the way you love them, and it backfires on you, that's
right.
And so I'm like, and I kind of believe in that stuff.
I mean, I guess.
I think anything can be true.
I mean, every girl that he like stepped out.
No, I don't think so of that. I just think that because she made a song about it, it might be some truth to it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, dang, she did make a whole song talking about. But then I felt really bad for her too, because I'm like, he put her on one of his songs and they did a video. She put him on one of their songs. They was all hugged up and like they were robbing the bank together and stuff. And now you sitting here talking about you was what do you call her? A side chick.
Like you knew you was a child.
We was never together. Yeah, we were never together. But you said I love her.
Yeah, she posted all the videos. He told her he loved her multiple times. Yeah, I mean it was clear. People knew what it was. Yes, he did leave his baby mom for her, but the same narrative was at the same breath, he'll be right back with his baby mama though. She's so stupid. Why is she? But she was so head over heels for him. I watched that and I was like, ooh, my heart ached when I saw them together because I knew just from the caliber of man he is, which is not very high, that was not going to end well. And I just saw how gullible she was for him. Like, if y'all could see them during it, y'all know how I be all into stuff like this. And she was just so, like, googly-eyed for this man, like, hanging off his every word. Like, I'm like, ooh, she got it bad. When I saw that, I was like, ooh.
Like, oh, no.
Oh, no, I know that feeling. Yeah. You'd be like, anything you say.
Yeah. Well, I hope that she bounces back.
Oh, she will. She will. She definitely will. Hopefully she makes some fire music.
The strongest comeback, Sierra. Hands down.
Yes.
Sierra. You know what I'm saying? Sierra. Hands down.
She did.
Hands down. Kelly Rowland. Hands down. Kelly Rowland. People don't even realize how much she went through with her other relationship. Hands down. Like, it's just.
Who was, do you know who she was with in that relationship? Wasn't it somebody like, for real? Like a name?
In the music industry.
Yeah, right. I can't think of it, but she was with, he was whooping that girl, but
I'm not sure.
I'm like, you can't be whooping on Beyonce's sister / best friend. Like, I just feel like
I know, right?
That's certain things that's off limits.
Irrelevant.
Right?
Irrelevant.
I think Ashanti bounced back too, but she's very secretive of who she is.
I was talking in that interview where, that was her sister, right? Who had that interview about getting beat, like.
This week, all this stuff
happened this week.
Her sister was talking about how she just got to her fiance broke her jaw.
You should have seen the video.
And the mom and her sister was there. They had to take her to the hospital all day. They were there during it and everything. I was like, what?
That's crazy. This week is crazy
for women.
Then Young Dolph.
Young Dolph in his own hometown at his favorite cookie store. Yeah. That's sad.
That's very, very sad.
Yeah. On the way to like a turkey drive, right?
Yeah, that's what they said.
He was going to a turkey
drive. He was always
I was going to say, they said he was a very giving person.
Yeah, he had this girl Lamborghini. Did you see that video?
Again, and they was like, and she sold it like a year later. And he was just like, get paid.
Right.
He didn't even get mad.
Because he knows that people need that. Right. Like, well, I'm finna sit. I could have a better house or something for my kids.
I don't want this look.
It's collateral. That's the purpose. It's collateral.
Yeah.
So
that was dope.
Yeah.
That's sad. Might have just watched that one. But I think that was. Are we missing anything from this week? Anything?
No.
This week was heavy.
This week was very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
A
we
lot
missed
of lessons
anything.
learned.
Oh yeah. A lot of things like I would never do that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So
Say no.
we have to. So
Say
so
no.
next week we are definitely talking about the love spells. I do want to do my research on it. Though.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
too.
do my research on the
I'ma
love
keep
spells. I
researching,
am
too.
ready. Oh well, next week is Thanksgiving.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess 2 weeks from, or maybe another day next week. But we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
We'll be back.
We will be back. This was good.
This was fun,
juicy.
guys. Thank you for joining us
And
again.
say it one more time.
Thank you for joining Three Brown Women, where we what?
The pumpkin pie. Say one more time that you actually like the pumpkin pie.
Edit that. No, don't edit that. That's actually fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say it. You actually
Admit it.
Just admit
Did
it.
you like
Just
pumpkin
admit
pie?
it. Come on.
Say it for all the black people out there that has not tried
Yes.
pumpkin
Say
pie.
hello. My name is Sunshine. and
Hi, my name
like
is
pumpkin
Sunshine, and I like pumpkin pie.
I probably did a good job.
Yes, we
Right.